All right, let's go. Episode 4, Marriage in the Fast Lane. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. We appreciate all the feedback too. And if you have any, do not be shy. If you have any suggestions of topics you want us to talk about, maybe you've been in a similar situation, reach out. If you got any questions, we're here from you. You can follow us on Instagram at Marriage Fast Lane, and you can find us on so many different platforms. So last episode, we talked about the first 7 or 8 months of our relationship, how fast it went, how we bought a house, how we were crazy to do that.
Proposed after 6 months. We planned a wedding.
And all the fights.
Renovated a house for all the fights that followed.
All the fights that followed. So now we figured we're kind of doing this chronologically. We're going to take you to the next phase of our life. And so we got married a year after being together. And we said, hey, you want to have kids?
Yes, but we didn't want to have kids right away, right after getting married.
Not right away.
Not right away, because we still wanted to go on our honeymoon that following summer and then try to conceive a child. Which,
and those of you who are, if you're having trouble, if you have had trouble, I just assumed, and I know that's, big fault of mine, I thought we were going to have a kid even faster than we did.
Yes, you did. And that puts a lot of pressure and stress on both of us, thinking that, you had told me that your brother and your sister both conceived their first children on the first try, or so this is what we've been told. And then I think you had this impression in your head when we started trying in about the end of the summer of 2017 that it would happen on the first try as well. Because your words was, well, my father had 5 kids. My brother and my sister were able to conceive right away. So sperm is good in our family.
All right. I was naive. But,
a little bit.
But man, does it create stress on a relationship when you're trying to conceive? It did. It created a lot of stress between us.
I think more on yourself, because I think you put that pressure on yourself.
But you know what I always laugh about, babe, is when guys always say like, hey, when my wife wants to have sex, like, I'm ready. I don't give a shit what time of the day it is, what I'm doing, where I am. But you're very by the book when it comes to your time of the month and all that. And you're like, okay, babe, we need to have sex like now or tonight.
Well, yeah, I need to keep track of when I'm fertile in my ovulation period, because a lot of people don't understand how conception works. You can't just conceive at any time during the 28th day of our menstrual cycle.
But if there's anything I understand that. But if there's anything we've learned is that takes all the fun out of everything, the love, the passion, the intimacy.
It did. Initially, it did for us.
Well, yeah, because
it was like I got a 3-day window.
It was like, okay, so babe, we need to do it Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of this week, and then in 4 weeks from now, and then in 4 weeks from then. I'm like, I
wasn't that bad.
No, I'm exaggerating.
You just know that I was always aware of my body, the signs that my body gave me, meaning that I was in my ovulation period, and I wanted to make sure that we got it on and in the right moments.
And here I am complaining that you want to get it on. I should.
Who does that?
I shouldn't.
Do men really do that? I don't know. No. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if a woman comes on to you or says, I want to have sex, I would think that you'd get excited.
1,000%, babe, but it was the way it was happening. It was like really, like we're having this stupid argument, like, let's go. And you're like, I don't.
Many couples will say that trying to conceive a child is very stressful, especially if the woman puts pressure on the man to have sex at a certain time or day, and it could get redundant and it feel more like a task.
Yes, that's a chore.
A chore, and not something for pleasure. So I think the first couple of months that we were trying, it was very stressful on us, and I knew we weren't going to conceive with us being stressed. And when it did happen, I go back to the day where we think we conceived. Why don't we talk about that?
Oh, yeah, we had a huge fight.
Yeah, another huge fight. What else is new in this relationship?
Huge fight, but let me tell you.
I don't even know what. I can't even remember what it was about. All I remember is that we went to Costco that morning.
In Vaudreuil for the first time and only time.
For the first time, and he locked me in the car.
How did you get locked in a car?
I was in the car. You walked away, locked the car.
Oh, yeah.
And then if I tried to open the door, the alarm was going to go off. And here I am in like a busy parking lot. It's the end of November, like prime, like Christmas season starting. And you just walked into Costco and left me there.
Fuck, we scrap, man.
Yeah, I don't remember about what.
Yeah, it was stupid. It was pretty stupid.
And then we got over it. Whatever. He came and unlocked me out. Went to Costco. Came back home. We decided to put up all the Christmas decorations because it was the end of November. Yeah. And then we decided to go back to Costco, but the one in the West Island, and order their pizza.
Yeah, because I said, oh, you know, I grew up and sometimes my parents used to go pick up a pizza from Costco. So I was like, you know what? Let's just try to do that. Let's just try it,
and
babe.
I had never tried it, so I said, okay, sure, it's pizza. How bad could it be?
It was fucking shit.
It wasn't that great.
It was the worst pizza, and I'm easy. I can eat anything. That was trash.
We really think that day we conceived the baby partially because of Costco pizza. That's the running joke. But also, to go back to what we were talking about is you had started your vacation.
Yeah.
So during the months that we had tried to conceive was the fall, and that's always a busy period for you. You have tons of events and PR, and again, you were just you're still you're waking up early and adjusting to a morning show. And you were under a lot of stress at the time, I remember, and that played a factor in us not being able to conceive. So the minute, I'm telling you, your last day was the Friday, and then the Saturday, I'm pretty sure that was the day we conceived, because your stress and the hormones all like rebalanced out. Your cortisol wasn't as high as it normally would be, and I'm pretty sure that's when we conceived, around that time.
And that's the best advice. I'm sure you've heard this before. If you're trying to conceive, or you have tried in the past, or you know people who are trying, it's the stress, man. It really does make a difference.
And it affects the man and the woman.
Wow. It is a big, it is everything. It is everything. And you got to let it happen naturally. Just kind of don't think about it. I know it's easier said than done, especially when you have it on your mind. And if you're getting on in your life and you're, you know, depending how old you are, like, oh, fuck, I'm 36 and I still want this, or I'm 37. That plays a factor in your head too. It's like
we were 31, 31.
Yeah, I was like 33 or something.
33, exactly.
But
and we put a lot of pressure on ourselves too, because we kept saying, oh my God, we have to be young parents and we have to conceive now.
We wanted everything fast. And
everything fast. But that was always me. I was always like that personally, even before I met you. But I guess it goes hand in hand with our marriage in the fast lane. And we also wanted children.
Yeah, I don't know if I was always that fast, but I think I was always a bit gutsy in a sense, where I didn't overthink things. Like, I know people in my life who it's like it takes forever to make a decision. I'm just like, let's just do it. Yeah. What's the worst that can happen? You get one life. Who gives a shit? Let's go. If it doesn't work out, boom, I don't care. Like, you have to live, and you have a story to tell at the end of the day too. But finding out, the day we found out we were pregnant, that was a nice moment, because we had all of our friends
over the night before for Christmas party.
Yeah, we had a little Christmas party at the house. It was a Friday night, and I remember one of my best friends was like, so that's another thing that's a bit annoying. So when are you going to have kids? I go, I'm trying. We're trying. Like, we're actually in that process right now. And then do you remember what happened next? Everybody left.
Yeah, everybody left. We went to bed. And then the first time I woke up in the middle of the night, I went to pee on a stick. And you joined me in the bathroom. And
it was a nice moment.
We looked at the pregnancy test right away, and we found out that we were pregnant.
Right before Christmas. It was like December 23rd. It was December
23rd.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to do it on the 24th or the 25th for fear that it would have been a negative result.
True.
That it would have been, and also the 24th is my birthday, and then the 25th is Christmas. So I didn't want those days to be tainted should the result have been negative.
Yeah.
So that's why we decided the 23rd, and then
it was nice.
It was nice to find out. And you cried.
Of course I cried.
So much.
I cried more than she did.
I had a feeling I was pregnant already. It's just like a maternal gut thing that I'm pregnant.
When it happens, though, it's just such a special feeling, and you know, really, if you've been there, or you're trying, and keep trying and don't give up. And fast forward, 8-9 months later, we have Sia, our beautiful daughter. She's amazing. And you talk about moving fast, and that's what inspired this podcast. So we have Sia in August of 2018. Then comes spring next year in March.
April. She was 8 months. It was right after her baptism. And we said, okay, let's start trying again for number 2. Why not? Let's have them close in age if possible.
But we didn't think it would happen.
We didn't think it was going to happen that quickly. But lo and behold, because I guess I was still fertile, we conceived Maya right away on the first try.
Right away. So that means that we did the math. We're like, okay, we're going to have kids 17 months apart. And it is freaking stressful.
It is. It has its days where you just want to pull your hair out.
I mean, we'll get to all that stuff maybe on a future episode.
Future episode.
But it goes back to what you were saying, babe, about not being stressed out. Because when we conceived
Maya,
I was not working.
Oh, it's true. You were off.
And so were you, because
I was off on mat leave.
And we were just kind of
was a good baby, and we weren't really stressed, and we were happy, and it was the spring, and
things were booming.
Things were blooming, in whatever way that means.
It's that time of the year. And we said, you know what, let's go for it. And that's when things happen. So remember to try to just surround yourself in non-stressful environments. Easier said than done again.
Easier said than done.
So I think we need to talk more about our kids and that experience on another episode. And it looks like on the baby monitor, one of our kids is waking up. Maya, is she waking up?
She's waking up from her nap.
Her nap. Hold on, I'm going to try to... We have her in
There she is.
Okay, so that's... Wait, hold on. Are you saying dada? So we have the monitor up now to the mic. Oh, yeah, she's happy though.
Yeah, she's always happy when she wakes up.
That's our cue to end this.
She probably pooped.
She's like her father. So that's our cue to end this episode. Thank you for listening as always. Marriage in the Fast Lane. And again, if you have any suggestions or questions hey, and we have no hesitations to get anybody on the podcast too as a guest on the phone or anything. We have all those capabilities all set to go. So if there's a story you want to share, I know we've been getting comments on our Instagram page and in our DMs. We think the stories are great. A lot of the stories are coming out now, how people met and they moved fast because they knew they were the one, and they have some cool stories to share.
I know of a couple who started dating late last year and got married in September. They were only together for maybe 8-9 months.
See, when you know, it happens so fast. So,
exactly.
Thank you so much for listening to the podcast.
Thank you.
We will see you next time. Thank you.
See you next time. Ciao.
Ciao. Maya, say bye.